You glance up at the clock on the wall, and for one strange second, the second hand doesn't move. It just hangs there, frozen. Then it ticks, normal again, like nothing happened. You've seen this 100 times in a classroom, at a train station, lying awake at 3 a.m., and every time you told yourself the same thing. It's nothing. It isn't nothing. That frozen second is the one moment you catch your own brain in a lie. A lie it tells you every single day, so smoothly you have never once noticed. Here's the part no one tells you. Today, wide awake, eyes open, you will go blind for about 40 minutes. Not asleep, not blinking. Blind in tiny flashes you will never feel. And the clock is where the lie slips. Most people assume their eyes work like a camera. Always on, always recording. That's not quite right. What you call seeing is something your brain builds, cuts, and quietly edits before it ever reaches you. And in 2001, scientists found the exact frame where the edit shows. But to see it, you have to start with your eyes, because right now, they are not still. Even as you read this sentence, your eyes are jumping across the screen. Tiny, violent jumps 3 to 4 times every second. They have a name. Saccades. Some of the fastest movements your body can make, and you make more than 100,000 of them a day. You never feel a single one. Here's the problem they create. When your eyes whip from one word to the next, the image smears. Like swinging a phone camera too fast, a blur. Your brain hates that blur, so it does something drastic. It shuts the picture off every time your eyes move. Your vision goes dark for a fraction of a second. The world switches off, then back on the instant your eyes land. Scientists call it saccadic masking. You would call it going blind. You are blind. Right now. You just can't catch yourself doing it. But you can prove it. Go to a mirror, get close, look at your left eye, then your right eye, back and forth as many times as you want. You will never, ever see your own eyes move. The movement is happening. Anyone next to you can watch your eyes dart across, but you cannot, because in the exact instant they move, your brain has switched the lights off. You go blind in the one moment you are trying hardest to look. So why doesn't your day flicker with little stabs of black? Why does the world look perfectly smooth? Because your brain refuses to let you find out. And this is where it stops being about your eyes and starts being about time. Your brain has a gap to hide, a blank slice of missing footage, over and over all day long. And for years, no one could prove what it did with that gap. How do you measure a moment your own brain won't let you see? Then, in 2001, a team led by Yarrow and Patrick Haggard at the Institute of Neurology in London found a way. And they did it using the one clock in your life where the edit leaks, the ticking second hand. Here's what they found. When you snap your eyes to the clock, your brain doesn't want to show you the ugly blur of the jump. So it grabs the first clear image you land on, the second hand sitting still, and it stretches that image backwards in time. It pastes it over the gap as if you'd been seeing it all along. You didn't see the jump. Your brain erased it by reaching into the future and dragging it back over the hole. That is why the first tick feels too long. You are not imagining it. That single second really does last longer by up to a fifth of a second of borrowed time invented to cover the blackout. The clock isn't broken. The clock is fine. What's stretching is you. And once you understand that, a colder thought arrives. If your brain can quietly backdate what you see, then the now you are living in is already gone. Light takes time to reach you. Signals take time to climb into your brain. By the time you experience this instant, it has already happened. You are not watching the world. You are watching a replay, a delayed, edited cut of a moment that has already passed. Most of the time, the edit is flawless. You never see the seams. You spend your whole life certain you are watching reality, live. But a ticking clock is the one place the trick leaks out. A clean, steady beat your brain can't quite paper over. For 1 second, the seam shows, and what you see is not the clock stopping. It's your own mind caught mid-edit. Now, it would be easy to call this a flaw, a glitch in cheap hardware. It's the opposite. Imagine if your brain didn't do this. Every glance would lurch and smear and black out. You couldn't read a page, you couldn't catch a ball, you couldn't cross a street without the world dissolving every time you turned your head. That frozen second isn't your brain failing. It's your brain working perfectly, paying a tiny tax in stolen time so the world holds still enough for you to live in it. A seamless reality is not something you're handed. It's something your brain builds for you frame by frame 100,000 times a day. And it never once asks if you noticed. So the next time you look up at a clock and that first second hangs there a beat too long, you'll know. It's not the clock. It's the price of admission, the small, invisible lie your brain tells every waking second so that you get to experience anything at all. You spend about 40 minutes a day blind. You live your entire life a step behind the present. And the only reason the world feels smooth and solid and now is that something inside you is editing furiously in the dark, hoping you'll never look too closely. You just did. So here's the question worth sitting with. Your brain edits every moment of time before you ever see it. So what exactly is your life made of? The world or the edit?